massive fire rips through multiple homes in the Glebe.
I mean, it was a fire. It was gigantic.
10 people displaced, significant damages, and now an investigation is underway. Looking to beat the heat by taking a dip? There are some safety tips to keep in mind.
It's not like a pool, like you don't know how deep it's going to go. It can just drop off in a second.
Reduced water testing this year and safe swimming reminders as people flock to Ottawa beaches. And taking to the big stage here in the capital.
Feels great to be able to represent Ontario in the Canadian Championships.
The country's best young Highland dancers are in town for the Scott Dance Canada Championship Series. Good evening and thank you for joining us. 10 people are displaced tonight, including 2 children, after a 3-alarm fire in the Glebe late last night. Multiple homes damaged and an investigation into the cause now underway. CTV's Natalie Van Roy is back from the Glebe and joins us now with the very latest. Natalie.
Austin, the fire was devastating to the tight-knit community. 4 semi-detached homes affected, and the flames spread fast. Paramedics say one person, a woman in her 60s, was transported to hospital by ambulance in stable condition.
The devastation that
debris smashed out windows and charred furniture remains after a major fire in Ottawa's Glebe neighborhood. Lisa Lautejutamo is still in shock.
Glanced at the back window and it was like all aglow, and I said, oh my God. So I lift up the blind and it's like it was immediate shock. I mean, it was a fire. It was gigantic. Lots of losses.
After the Ottawa resident spotted the flames next door, she rushed to safety, calling 911.
First thing we did, we grabbed our dogs, car keys, drove down the street in panic. It was just so shocking. If fire department hadn't showed up, like within minutes, our backyard would have been destroyed.
Ottawa Fire Services says it started in a garage before quickly spreading to 4 semi-detached homes.
Firefighters initiated a fast attack and stopped most of those fires from spreading inside the structures, so there was no structural damage to any of the homes, and stopped it before it could spread to even more homes down the street.
10 people have been displaced, including 2 children. Officials say the fire is not considered suspicious and crews are still working to determine the cause. There were also multiple dangers on scene.
There were some propane tanks on scene. They did not explode. They did create a hazard for firefighters, but they did not explode. Live hydro wires also caused hazards on scene. But what people often hear are tires exploding. This fire started in the garage and there was a car in there that has been fully engulfed in flames.
There's lots of...
Lautejutamo says her neighbors are doing the best that they can in the aftermath.
I think for the most part they have family and insurance. Some will have to look for temporary lodging because they will require renovations. So I think it's processing it. I think that's kind of where we're at.
Right now, fire officials are going over surveillance video to help determine what caused the fire. There's been no damage estimate provided, but given the value of the homes, it's likely at least in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Austin.
Yeah, definitely some devastating news there. CTV's Natalie Van Roy reporting live for us tonight. Natalie, thank you for this. Hot and muggy conditions hitting the capital today, meaning for some residents it was the perfect time to hit the beach. And with more people heading out, water safety is a top priority. CTV's Josh Morano joins us live now in studio with more on this. Josh.
Austin, the beaches were packed earlier today as residents are looking for any way to cool off. The ones I spoke with say they are happy to have several swimming spots as options, but they're staying aware of the hazards that come with them. The sun is shining, and the beach is the place to be for Xandra Koopman and her family.
The water's nice and cool, so it's great to come with the family and cool off and get in the water as needed.
While dunking in the water is tempting, Koopman says she's hesitant about going under, especially since the city switched from daily to weekly water testing for E. coli bacteria.
I do wish they'd go back to the 7 days a week. It just kind of felt a little bit safer that way. It is nice you can at least go online and check, but you know, it definitely kind of veers sometimes if we're maybe going to go under or how far out you're going to go, maybe go to a pool instead on certain days.
According to Ottawa Public Health, the switch to test the water for E. coli weekly is because all supervised beaches are located on rivers where water is constantly moving And because samples take nearly 24 hours to process, the data would not reflect the current conditions. But on a hot day like this, residents don't seem to mind.
The people who come there to swim, they do pay attention. And if the forecast is that you have something wrong, I believe those people who do swim pay attention to it.
Water safety also a top priority for beachgoers. 2 drownings reported last week, with 1 at Westboro Beach, and first responders say they've had multiple calls at the Deschênes Rapids.
Know your location when you're going out. Know where those rapids are. If you're going out on a paddleboard or an inflatable for the first time, know where those rapids are, because people often get caught in those rapids. We've been out several times already this year to those rapids.
With that in mind, Koopman says she always takes precautions before she gets in the water.
Really just reinforces, like, you have to watch your kid at all times. You have to make sure they have the floaty on. You know, especially these beaches in particular. It's not like a pool, like you don't know how deep it's going to go. It can just drop off in a second.
Unpredictable weather like the rain we got earlier today is one of the factors that affects the water quality. Heavy rain increases the risk of E. coli in the water, and with more showers expected, it may be best to avoid the water until another round of testing is complete. Austin.
There's definitely some good advice there. That was wild weather. CTV's Josh Morano reporting live for us tonight. Josh, thank you. And speaking of water safety, there is a brand new unit with the Canadian Coast Guard Auxiliary along the St. Lawrence River. CTV's Jack Richardson gives us a behind-the-scenes look.
Buckle up for a ride with the Iroquois Marine Search and Rescue Unit.
Any kind of emergency that you can think on the water, we will respond to. It's basically where Coast Guard Auxiliary saving lives on the water is what we do.
The unit has been active for over a month, ready to respond to emergencies out on the St. Lawrence River. It's also run entirely by volunteers.
Everyone does approximately 70 hours of training, gets them up to Coast Guard Auxiliary Transport Standard for search and rescue.
There is a lot of downtime, so the unit will run through training exercises like this to stay sharp, ready to answer the call whenever it comes.
This stretch of the seaway was an area of need for search and rescue.
Until about 6 weeks ago, when Iroquois Marine Search and Rescue was in service, the next closest Coast Guard units were about 100 kilometers away either direction, east and west. They're really filling a gap in service here in case anything happens along this part of the seaway.
We've sort of set a boundary to is from Iroquois to Prescott to the west, and Iroquois to Long Sault to the east.
For unit leader John Bridge, it's all about educating boaters to be safe on the water.
I love the water. I grew up on the water back in England, and I wanted the opportunity to give back to the community here in Iroquois.
Jack Richardson, CTV News, Iroquois.
And another one of those days here in Ottawa where the weather just didn't decide or couldn't decide exactly what it wanted to do. It was scorching hot and sunny, then we had that thunderstorm, and now it's hot again. Well, it has been hot this whole time, currently sitting at 30 degrees. That chance of showers continuing through tonight. A chance that we do get those thunderstorms remaining with a low of 20 degrees here in Ottawa, so still very warm and very humid. It's saying Gatineau at 15 degrees. So obviously depends on where you are in Gatineau, but some pretty notable temperature swings for tonight's low and thunderstorms across the board. Tomorrow's high 23 to start off the work week. A good chance we get some more showers and potential for some more thunderstorms. Heavy wind today in the capital at points as well. Tomorrow's high in Gatineau is 21 degrees, 26 in Kemptville. And as this heat wave is rolling through parts of Ontario and Quebec this weekend, many urban planners and environmental scientists say it's time to start building cooler cities. CTV's Kamal Karamali has more on that.
We're seeing these heat waves, Camille, are coming. They're coming sooner. They're lasting longer,
sparking up the heated debate on changing city structures and urban layouts to make them cooler.
We're starting to think about it a lot more than we used to.
4 years ago, a heat dome in BC caused more than 600 deaths. The coroner's review recommended long-term plans for cooler housing.
I do think BC and Vancouver in particular are moving in the right direction, and They've implemented many good strategies.
For the rest of Canada, it'll take a lot of changes to create cooler cities. For many, there needs to be more greenery, like gardens on rooftops, more trees for shade, and adding green spaces like parks. Cities will also have to change surfaces, creating light-colored or reflective roofs and pavement, and better urban planning, strategically managing building heights to allow natural airflow to move through the city and create less density. For this urban planning expert, cities are already far behind.
It should have happened yesterday.
Tree canopies creating shade already in place in some cities, while other solutions like making surfaces a lighter color could take years, while other solutions could even take decades to put into place.
If we are bold, then we can do it within the span of a decade, I think. If we're not, it might drag on for 30, 50 years.
Too late to beat the heat today, but there's hope making those changes will help the next generation stay at least a little cooler. Kamil Karamali, CTV News, Toronto.
The Sûreté du Québec has issued an arrest warrant for a prisoner who escaped from the Archambault institution in the Laurentians on Saturday night. That's about 40 kilometers northwest of Montreal. Laurie Bill Germa has been serving an indefinite sentence for first-degree murder since May 5th of 1992. According to Correctional Services Canada, staff noticed Germa was missing from the minimum security unit during the 10 p.m. head count. The 69-year-old is about 5 feet 10 inches and 166 pounds. He has brown eyes and a bald head, plus several tattoos on his right arm, including a sword with the name Carol, 2 seahorses, and 2 dragons. He has a scar on his left leg, and police are asking anyone with information to call 911. Ontario Provincial Police has charged 2 drivers for allegedly street racing on Highway 417 here in Ottawa. Police stopped the drivers, one from Ottawa, one from Windsor, early Saturday morning, shortly after 2 o'clock. The pair was clocked going as fast as 190 kilometers per hour. Their licenses have been suspended for 30 days, their cars impounded for 14, and they were both charged with stunt driving. Well, the country's top Highland dancers have converged on Ottawa for the 49th annual Scott Dance Canada Championship Series. Dancers competing for their home provinces as they pursue victory. CTV's Camille Wilson was there today at the competition and joins us now with a recap. Camille.
Austin, what a time. Kilts were fastened, tartan hose pressed, and waistcoats buttoned as the dancers took over the Rogers Centre for day 2 of this dance competition. Dancers coming from across the country with judges as far as South Africa, all to give one dancer the Canadian title. Bryn Bonning getting warmed up, hoping to take home the gold at the Scottish dance competitions.
It's really a thrilling experience and like a really honorable experience to be able to represent my province in the country that we live in.
Traveling from Saskatchewan, Bonning is one of the 1,000+ Highland dancers from across the country competing in the Scott Dance Canada Championship Series. Starting at 3 years old, she's been dancing for 13 years. Bonning says she enjoys the competition, but it's all about creating memories and experiences.
It means a lot to just be able to be here with a whole community of people who just enjoy the same things as I do, and it's something that I will carry throughout my whole life. Dancers of all levels, ranging from age 4 to 44, compete in a provincial selection meet, vying to be one of the top 3 in their respective age group to go on to represent their province and win a Canadian title. The first series championships was held in Ottawa in 1974 as a one-day event. This year's Scott Dance celebrates its 49th anniversary as a 5-day competition back in the capital where it all started.
Today is very special because we are awarding our 7 Canadian champion titles. It's very exciting. This is really the most prestigious title that you can get in Highland dancing in Canada. So we are really looking forward to awarding our 7 brand new Canadian champions.
It feels great to be able to represent Ontario in the Canadian Championships. It's a huge province and it's really nice to be able to do this.
The event brings dancers from around Canada together, creating lasting friendships.
Oh my gosh, this is like so much fun. I've made like my best friends here, and it's so much fun to come to like these competitions and reconnect with them from all over the world.
And traditions being passed on.
It feels fantastic. There's a big level of pride that goes along with this. I was actually a Highland dancer myself and competed at these same competitions growing up. So now to see it going down to my daughter and seeing her accomplish it to an even higher level than I ever did, it's just a really great feeling as a parent.
Top-level dancers showcasing the culture on the national stage. The competition runs until this coming Wednesday. Austin.
Okay, CTV's Camille Wilson reporting live for us tonight. Thank you for this, Camille. Well, just 45 minutes away from downtown Ottawa, you'll find Almonte, a town with deep ties to Celtic traditions. And this weekend, it's been the center of a cultural celebration. CTV's Kimberly Johnson visits Celt Fest and to show us how they're hoping to inspire the next generation.
Ever since seeing Ottawa Valley step dancing for the first time, Olivia Faria says she has been inspired.
We were really passionate about it.
The 14-year-old says it dates back to the 1800s and combines Scottish, Irish, and Métis dance and fiddle playing. As she performs in front of a crowd for the first time, she says it's a big moment for her.
I hope one day I see a young kid once they pick up the fiddle, step dance, and say, I got inspired by you.
She's performing at Celt Fest in Gemmell Park in Almonte, Ontario. 3 days of music and dancing, showcasing Irish, Scottish, Francophone, and Anishinaabe culture and history. Now in its 29th year, organizers say it's a chance to celebrate the Celtic traditions that run deep in this region.
It's kind of just about the connection. So like the whole event is also about bringing the community together and heritage.
This weekend brings in local performers as well as those from across Canada and as far as Scotland.
It's wonderful.
This year is a focus on inspiring the next generation.
Now that a lot of us have young kids too, we really want to pass on the heritage and the event, the local spirit to that next generation too.
Performers happy to pass on their passions to the crowd.
Really perfect day. It's a little bit hot for wool, but that's okay. I've had worse. It's always great to perform together.
While the crowd is equally happy to take it all in.
This is our first time here. We've heard so much about it. We're just so excited to be able to come today.
It's really awesome. It's nice to see how the kids are being involved, and it's just great. It's just a great summer day.
Kimberly Johnson, CTV News.
It's not a bunch of different teams. It's one team. Our goal is to rescue those in peril and find those who are lost.
Straight ahead, we'll have an update on the devastating floods in Texas as the death toll climbs. And here's a live look now through our Centennial Glass Skycam. It's currently 30 degrees outside. Now to the latest from the devastating flash floods in Texas. Crews are working around the clock to clean up the remnants of flash floods that have killed at least 78 people as search and rescue efforts continue for the dozens more who are still missing. CTV's Kimberly Fowler has been following this story for us today. She joins us with an update. Kimberly.
Well, Austin, in the latest updates from officials, 41 known people are still unaccounted for as United States Coast Guard's helicopters and planes are helping with search and rescue efforts.
There's debris all over the place that makes roads impassable, that makes reconstruction projects unachievable, that makes search process more difficult. And the state and local governments are working now on that debris removal process. That process is improved because of President Trump's swift declaration of our major disaster declaration.
U.S. President Donald Trump announced earlier today he had signed the major disaster declaration for Kirk County. He says the move will ensure first responders immediately have the resources they need. He adds that his administration continues to work with local and state leaders. In accordance with today's declaration, the U.S. Federal Emergency Management Agency has deployed resources to Texas. Crews have begun the long task of removing piles of debris. 68 of the deaths have occurred in Kirk County, 40 of them adults and 28 children among them. And 10 girls and 1 counselor are still unaccounted for at a popular summer camp in the area. Camp Mystic is located along the Guadalupe River, which rose to almost 8 meters in less than an hour during the flash flood. Hundreds of volunteers are combing the banks of the river in search of those still missing. And take a look at this dramatic time lapse from Friday, catching how quickly floodwaters rose along the riverbed. Now, this video is sped up and shows the flash flooding rushing in. This all happened within 30 minutes. You can see the water rising until the road is completely submerged. Now, this video was shot about 2 hours away from Camp Mystic. And more rain is still to come in Texas. A flood watch in central Texas has been expanded further north and is in effect until 7 p.m. tonight local time. Austin.
CTV's Kimberly Fowler reporting live for us tonight. Kimberly, thank you for this. And CTV Ottawa has extended coverage of the devastating floods in Texas. There are more stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Well, families in northern Manitoba who are forced to flee their homes by wildfires have now been allowed to return, but now they're facing the daunting task of trying to clean up while knowing they may have to leave again. CTV's Alex Carpa reports.
These are burnt pine needles. Noelle Drimmy found them all over her property when she returned back to her home in Flin Flon in northwestern Manitoba.
That was just sort of the reminder of how close this fire was.
Drimmy had been forced to stay away from her home for almost a month, only being allowed to return last week when evacuation orders were lifted. She says trying to recover and deal with what's happened since she was forced to flee has been a daunting task.
We threw out all our food in the fridge. You know, we had just done a big grocery shop right before the evacuation, so we had a lot of fuzzy fruits and vegetables in there.
Diane Campbell and her daughter Deavian, who are relieved to be back home, say their property looked like a jungle when they returned.
First, when we came in, it's like a deserted town. That's how it looked, like a deserted town that you would normally see on TV or something.
While those living in Flin Flon are getting back to some sort of normalcy, others in the province aren't as lucky. Residents living in Lynn Lake, which is 230 kilometers northeast of Flin Flon, they're under another mandatory evacuation order for the second time in less than 2 months. A new fire southwest of Lynn Lake is threatening the main power transmission line for the town, and if it's destroyed, that could cause a loss of power to the community for at least a month.
It's not a question of if it'll burn the line, it's just a question of when.
Evacuation efforts for the town's nearly 600 residents continued Saturday, with many now in Brandon. As for Drimmy, although she is safe now, she says the idea of potentially being forced to leave her home again is always at the back of her mind.
The reality of it is that we are not out of the woods. Summer has just started, and this is definitely our reality.
Drimmy says all she can do is pray that they don't have to leave again. Alex Carpa, CTV News, Winnipeg.
To the war in Gaza now, where there is cautious optimism for the prospects of a ceasefire deal. Hamas says it is ready to negotiate with some conditions, while Israel says its delegation is in Qatar today for talks.
Hamas has agreed to have the talks, notwithstanding their outrageous demands. Most importantly, is the Prime Minister is going to meet with the President. He's going to get a lot of pressure from the President to end this war. So there's an awful lot riding on this week, and there'll be a lot of pressure on both sides to end it.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is scheduled to meet with U.S. President Donald Trump at the White House tomorrow. Trump says the meeting will be about ending the war in Gaza, adding he will be firm with Netanyahu during the discussions. Trump has said he expects to see a ceasefire deal come next week. And this was the scene in Gaza's Sheikh Redwan area this morning. Witnesses say an airstrike struck a residential building overnight. Gaza's health ministry says 80 Palestinians have been killed and over 300 injured over the past 24 hours, although the ministry has not specified where or exactly how they had been killed. Officials in Gaza say more than 50,000 Palestinians have been killed since the war began. Well, it's the first weekend of the Calgary Stampede, but the rodeo and Midway aren't the only attractions. Government leaders are also showing up in what has turned into an important political stop on the calendar. CTV's Rahim Ladani reports.
Words of encouragement greeted Mark Carney at the Calgary Stampede as the Prime Minister took selfies, endearing himself to Albertans.
I grew up in Edmonton.
Indulging in some fudge, this is a political tradition that was skipped by his predecessor last year, and an important stop during the current political climate.
Carney looked comfortable. I thought they did an interesting thing. Carney didn't try to match, the sheer size and force. Instead, he didn't hold a big rally. He just worked the crowd and went from spot to spot.
While there has been mixed reaction at certain points, Carney has carried through with a smile, greeting Alberta Premier Danielle Smith at a pancake breakfast put on by the United Brotherhood of Carpenters. He later attended an event hosted by the Canadian Chamber of Commerce.
He turned into something of a working visit as well, brought his energy minister with him, trying to send that signal to Calgary. Look, my new government is interested in working with the energy sector and in getting big projects built.
Thank you, Calgary. It's great to be home.
Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is also taking part in the festivities, hosting a sold-out barbecue. The campaign-style event, a valuable opportunity for him to court potential voters ahead of a crucial by-election.
I'll use the platform of Leader of the Opposition to amplify the legitimate demands of Western Canada to end the unfair treatment. The era of Ottawa telling Alberta to pay up and shut up must end once and for all.
Poilievre is looking to win the riding of Battle River Crowfoot that would bring him back to Parliament. He's been without a seat ever since his party lost the federal election in May, and his leadership is set to be tested come the new year at the Conservative National Convention.
While he's from Alberta, he's not from that riding. So he has to show those voters that he's their guy. And that riding also has, again, a high separatist movement.
A vote for the rural Alberta by-election seat will be held on August 18th. Rahim Ladani, CTV News.
A mysterious band has reignited the debate over AI-generated music and whether listeners should always be told when a song is made by a machine. It comes after a group called the Velvet Sundown racked up hundreds of thousands of listeners on Spotify, only to be exposed by social media users as being AI-generated, something the band now admits to. Here's CTV's John Venevalley-Rao.
AI is officially getting scary.
On TikTok, there's been plenty of buzz.
This is Velvet Sundown.
About the band, which is adding hundreds of thousands of listeners daily on Spotify.
Dust on the wind, boots on the ground.
Checking out what's almost certainly songs generated, released by a supposed group called the Velvet Sundown, which very little is known about. And even if it's AI, many we played the music for were impressed.
I would say definitely if you put it on the radio, it would chart.
If you just told me and you didn't tell me that was AI, I probably wouldn't have known.
There are what appear to be AI-generated pictures of the group.
Are you sure we're not real?
Which has put out 2 albums and first flagged as suspicious by users on Reddit.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's no better or no worse than probably thousands of songs that come my way.
The attention it's getting intensifying the debate over whether AI music should be clearly labeled as such, something Spotify and many other streamers don't do.
It's basically the Wild West across Spotify because you can post content and you're not required to let anyone know that it is in fact AI generated.
Music streaming service Deezer uses a tool to detect AI songs. As of April, it said 18% of all music uploaded, that's 20,000 songs a day, are entirely AI generated.
That company recently started flagging AI music to its listeners. The CEO writing, AI is not inherently good or bad, but we believe a responsible and transparent approach is key to building trust with our users and the music industry.
Do you think they should label this stuff as AI?
I definitely think they should label it. I feel like some people just don't want to listen to AI content or see that.
But some aren't all that fussed about labeling.
I would listen to it anyway, even if it's AI, because good music's good music.
And no matter your views, it is another noteworthy AI moment. John Venevalley-Rao, CTV News, Toronto.
The talent on the ice, I mean, it's going to be amazing, and I'm so honored to be able to call such high-level hockey.
When we come back, we'll introduce you to the young play-by-play announcer that's making waves out on the East Coast. Here's a look now through our Centennial Glass Skycam. It's a live look. It's currently 30 degrees, and we had some classic Ottawa weather to say today, which is to say, it was a weird day. Beautiful sunny conditions to start our Sunday in the heat, feeling close to 40 degrees with the humidex. You can see people splashing about, enjoying the outdoors and taking in all of the water. And then just a short time later, we had torrential rain pouring down, people running for cover. Look at that wind as well. Rain coming down sideways at times. The wind gusts up to 90 kilometers per hour. There was also a risk of some hail in some parts of the city. So that is Mother Nature keeping us on our toes, to say the very least. Let's take our second look at the weather forecast. And that satellite radar showing that weather activity that passed over the capital at around 2 p.m., somewhere in that ballpark, here in the downtown at least, and then made its way to other parts of the city. Out on the East Coast, it's 20 degrees in St. John's, 27 in Fredericton, and 24 in Charlottetown. Everywhere you see there dealing with a mix of sun and cloud. We're currently sitting at 30, as I mentioned earlier. Toronto and Windsor at 33 degrees. They have a heat warning in effect right now. We don't have that heat warning, but we do have a thunderstorm watch because that thunder could return in the overnight hours. 19 degrees in Calgary right now and 17 in Edmonton. It's currently 21 out on the West Coast in Vancouver. Perfect conditions there. Mostly sunny. 21, not too hot. That's actually going to be close to our low here in Ottawa tonight. 20 degrees is the low, and I mentioned that chance of showers carrying over into tomorrow to start the work week with an afternoon high of 23 degrees. In the Ottawa Valley, that high is 21, and they have a low tonight of just 15 degrees. So about seasonal for temperatures this time of year, but that rain carrying over to the Seaway with that high of 25 to start the work week. The 7-day shows us that, yeah, we do have some clouds rolling in on Tuesday with a high of 24 degrees. The rain, about a 30% chance it returns on Wednesday, 40% on Thursday with highs of 27 and 24 respectively. And then as we inch our way towards next weekend, looking like end of the work week with a 30% chance of showers on Friday, and then a mix of sun and cloud on Saturday with a high of 28 degrees. Well, most young hockey fans dream of being on the ice, but a teenager from Newfoundland is turning a different dream into a reality. As CTV's Garrett Barry tells us, he's now preparing to call the action.
I'm 8 years old, and here's a few reasons why I love to be the Ice Caps junior reporter.
He's grown up a bit, but one thing Seth Hyde hasn't lost is his love of hockey.
It started right here with this hockey stick and this pair of gloves.
And I'd be commentating imaginary games. I'd be the Leafs or I'd be the Penguins.
Come September, he'll be stepping into the arena and inside the broadcast booth as the play-by-play voice for the Newfoundland Regiment, the newest team in the top-flight Quebec Maritimes Junior Hockey League.
To win it all, he scores!
With mom's theater background and dad's camera operation, Seth has actually been calling minor and junior hockey games since he was just 12 years old.
He had that opportunity to go call a game. It started there. And Steve Power called me within 5 minutes and he said, Jackie, he can do all the playoffs.
Now 17, he's about to face his biggest stage yet.
So just imagine the feeling when hockey returns here with highly skilled players and 6,200 screaming perhaps fans. For a play-by-play announcer, this is like getting called up to the big leagues.
Mom is nervous, but Seth playing it cool.
All the proud fans, the players on the ice, the talent on the ice. I mean, it's going to be amazing, and I'm so honored to be able to call such high-level hockey.
His energy infectious.
I'm so excited. I almost feel like getting my first puppy dog or my first bicycle.
Veteran announcer and now colleague Brian Rogers can't help but love the story.
But I remember Seth being so excited, such a handsome little, bright-eyed little guy, you know, sweet, great smile. It warmed my heart because there's not many that want to do what we do.
And it's a bit fitting that this junior hockey team is taking on what they believe to be the youngest play-by-play announcer in league history. Seth will finish high school next year, sharing classrooms with some of those same players on the team. Garrett Barry, CTV News, St. John's.
Sales in Canada have collapsed.
After the break, the shift to electric cars seems to be stalling, at least in North America, as Canadian automakers push the federal government to drop the EV sales targets. Well, the shift to electric cars seems to be stalling, at least in North America. And this past week, Canadian automakers pushed the federal government to drop their EV sales targets. CTV's Colton Prale reports.
The drive to increase electric vehicle sales across North America is hitting a major bump in the road.
Sales in Canada have collapsed.
This week, automakers pushed Canada to scrap standards that would require 20% of new cars sold next year to be electric or hybrid. Right now, that number is just 9%. Meanwhile, Quebec is softening its EV sales requirements, now putting hybrid vehicles on par with full electric vehicles.
By allowing more credits for plug-in hybrids, yes, that's a positive step. It doesn't solve the problem.
It comes as the United States is slowing down on EVs. Donald Trump's newly signed Big Beautiful Bill ends tax credits for EV purchases and drops subsidies for battery companies. But as electrification slows in North America, around the world, it's ramping up. Last year, 1 in every 5 cars sold globally was an EV, and sales jumped 35% in the first quarter of this year.
When the entire Canadian auto industry is producing somewhere around 1.5 million units, that's not enough to withstand a global marketplace that runs into the hundreds of millions per year.
China is the biggest exporter of electric vehicles and spends hundreds of billions of dollars to subsidize its industry. Currently, Canadian automakers are protected from Chinese competition by tariffs that roughly double the cost for Canadian buyers. But some argue those tariffs should be lower.
They're good cars, they're affordable cars, and bringing in that competition is going to make our domestic automotive manufacturers drive down costs as well.
The auto industry is calling for Canada to bolster the country's electric supply chain and better the chances of consumers buying Canadian.
We haven't invested in our strengths, which is all the critical minerals that go into batteries are here.
The Canadian government hasn't said whether or not it plans to drop the standard, which takes effect next year and would see all cars sold from 2035 on be hybrids or electrics. The auto industry says it will have to, because they simply won't hit that target. Colton Prale, CTV News, Ottawa.
Farmers are at the mercy of Mother Nature when it comes to growing their crops, but strawberry growers in Prince Edward Island are dealing with another issue. They're battling a disease which can infect every part of the plant. CTV's Maria Saru has that story.
Strawberry fields at Compton's Farm Market in Summerside are usually thick and thriving this time of year, but some acres are looking sparse, with plants struggling to survive.
It's got infected with a new disease that we're struggling with a bit here this year called neop.
The official name is Neopestalotiopsis, a fungal disease that can be devastating. Owner Matthew Compton can still harvest part of his crop, but it brought down his total yield and profit by 25%.
Just cuts the gravy out. Usually these fields are the cleanest that we have, so typically their harvest is the best.
Outbreaks were first reported in Ontario in 2020 and since then detected in Quebec. One of the telltale signs is black or brown spots with tan centers on the leaves.
This plant normally on most years would basically be circled with new strawberry plant. When we pull the crown up and we pull this plant up, we're checking to make sure that it's nice and cream color inside.
The disease spreads fast through strawberry plants and can be costly. Another farmer told me that neop forced him to take several fields out of production, resulting in $75,000 in damages.
And 1 hour away, farmer Greg McKenzie is watching some of his plants wither.
This one's struggling. It may or may not make it. The next two are not going to make it.
He tripled his seeding this year just to be safe.
Just the potential of, will we have enough for our customers? We knew it had a problem, and going forward, we kind of overcompensated maybe a little bit.
There is no cure, but PEI's Agriculture Ministry says some fungicides can reduce the spread. The fruit is still safe to eat. And back at Compton's,
no better breakfast.
More than 25 strawberry varieties are growing in hopes of many more healthy harvests. Maria Saru, CTV News, Summerside.
Still ahead, details on a possible raise for Canadian military members as the country looks to boost defense spending in line with NATO targets. In tonight's Big Picture, passengers on a fishing trip near French River in Prince Edward Island were shocked to see a rare and enormous shark right below their boat.
This thing's huge.
Holy sugar. Look at the size of that thing.
Holy sugar indeed. The basking shark swam alongside the boat for a few minutes. One passenger says it appears to have been around 20 to 30 feet long. And according to Fisheries and Oceans Canada, the basking shark is the second largest shark in the world, right after the whale shark. Turning now to some other stories that you need to know. The Ottawa Red Blacks are on the road looking to right the ship after a tough loss last week to the Toronto Argonauts.
To the 20. Crump throwing to the right. Just outside the 10, Pendleton. Steps. Loses the ball. And the Argos have it.
And they'll be looking to avoid blunders just like that. Ottawa enters tonight's contest with 1 win, 3 losses on the season, while Edmonton has yet to win a game. They're 0-3. Kickoff for tonight's contest is about 10 minutes away.
You can get that pretty much any time. You don't really need to. And look out, because Javante Smart is starting to cook back-to-back.
And the Ottawa Blackjacks were looking to keep their momentum going last night in Saskatoon against the Rattlers, but the Rattlers would bite back in target time. They were the first team to reach 91 points last night, going on to win 93-90 over Ottawa. It was a close one. The Blackjacks are on the road again on Wednesday for a matchup against the Brampton Honey Badgers. And the clock is ticking for Canada and the United States to reach a trade deal. Both countries resumed negotiations last week, as Prime Minister Mark Carney has said he wants a new deal in place by July 21st, or his government will increase trade countermeasures. Meantime, Canadian soldiers can expect a pay raise by the end of the year. Canada's Chief of Defence Staff says the raise could be a combination of more money, increased benefits, and allowances. There are also plans to hire more soldiers. The move comes as NATO member nations have approved a plan to dramatically increase defence spending to 5% of GDP over the next decades. After the break, it's the end of an era in heavy metal. Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath bid their fans farewell with one final concert.
Tonight, high prices and hard choices in the grocery aisle.
We've also seen people change what kind of beef they're eating.
What's feeding the spike in meat prices and other food staples later on CTV National News.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Here's a recap of the top local stories we're following right now. Several people forced out of their homes after a massive fire in the Glebe.
I lift up the blind and it's like it was immediate shock. I mean, it was a fire. It was gigantic.
4 homes damaged, 1 person sent to hospital, and 10 people forced from their homes. And a wild day out there from a weather perspective. Scorching heat had some people out for a swim, and now torrential downpour at some points, which prompts water quality concerns. What to know before you go for a dip this summer?
A really honorable experience to be able to represent my province in the country that we live in.
And hundreds of Canada's very best Highland dancers are in town for the Scott Dance Canada Championship Series. And like I said, they're going to be treated to a mixed bag of weather, keeping us on our toes over the course of today. Right now, we're expecting wake-up temperature around 21 degrees and chance of some potential thunderstorms as well, like we saw earlier this afternoon. 23 is the daytime high for tomorrow, 24 on Tuesday with cloud coverage. Rain likely returning on Wednesday with a high of 27 and sticking around until about Saturday. It is time now to check in to see what our team will be working on tonight. Kimberly Fowler's here.
Well, Austin, you mentioned it earlier. We've got the Red Blacks playing. They're on the road taking on the Elks tonight. We'll have a recap, of course, of that game. And just like last night, we'll also look out for any updates on the rescue and cleanup efforts in Texas following this weekend's deadly flash flooding. Over 40 known people still unaccounted for. There's also more rain on the way. A flood watch still in effect for central Texas right throughout the evening. And you can get the news anytime, anywhere at CTVNewsOttawa.ca. Join me tonight for CTV News at 11:30.
Thank you, Kim. Looking forward to that. And finally, for us tonight, it's the end of an era in heavy metal.
Yeah, legendary English rock band Black Sabbath performed their final show with their frontman Ozzy Osbourne.
pretty emotional moments there. Osbourne took to the stage sitting down on a throne to perform 5 songs. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2019. The 76-year-old has since had difficulty walking, but as I mentioned, an emotional time there.
Yeah, like legendary rock band for sure. And have you heard the stories of them like eating a bat on stage?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, there are few rock and roll legends that have more wild stories than Ozzy Osbourne.
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely.
And I gotta give a shout out to my all-time Sabbath song, all-time favorite, The Wizard.
Yeah.
I've had that on all day. I think I've
song.
listened to it 5 times today.
What about War Pigs?
War Pigs is great too. Good night.